Brothers and sisters, what's popping? We at it. We're back at it again. The shutdown. And why I think it's funny that we talk about the shutdown is because a lot of people don't realize how true to life it is. Um, Number one, let me say this about anybody who has a government job. Like I got a lot of cousins, and mostly cousins, mostly first and second cousins who have like government type jobs. I've expressed this to a few of them. It's like this is where being frugal and diligent with your money is most important. This is where actually doing what you're supposed to do matters the most. Because if you take yourself out of the realm of being responsible and accountable for your own actions, you'll be messed up in a shutdown. Now, the shutdown is going to show people who is who, i.e., they said next month they're going to cut the SNAP benefits if it goes into next month. Now, I need y'all to recognize this. This is for the people who are selling the foodies, right? Not the people who actually need them because they're not trying to punish them, but they're punishing everybody else who's out here up to illicit activity, i.e., the business owners, third world country thinking dudes who can, I'm going to buy your foodies for 50 cents on the dollar. They'll go buy the product at whatever it is and then sell it at whatever rate I sell it at. I mean, giant hand over a baby fist type of money could be made. Because if you're giving somebody, $100 for $200, right? But then you're going and buying $200 of the best beef cuts you can get. Okay, you might make your money back in the first 2 or 3 meals because your meals are going to be packaged out a certain way. So everything after this is all profit. Are you cutting in that? Anyway, listen. The government shutdown is trying to hurt dudes like that. It's not meant to hurt regular people. This is why being diligent about what you have is so important because if you can live without EBT, meaning like if you say today, if they cut me off forever, can I go without it? Would I be able to go buy flour, make my own bread, buy my own yeast, so it can actually properly proof and whatnot. Or maybe you just want some dense ass, baguette or some shit like that, like, I don't know. But anyway, the point being this, are people prepared to do the hard things? Because the government shutdown is a precursor to the real thing of when all this shit falls down. It can't last forever. They want an empire built on murder, rape, pillaging to last and to keep lasting. And then on top of that, they want an empire built on all those things that's built solely on the backs of slaves. If the people indigenous to this land have built the land up to where it was impregnable, right on, the white Europeans never come up in here, I'm not having this conversation on this witchcraft. Caveat, they didn't do that. So since I am, let's go ahead and put that in our back pocket about who's indigenous, who's native, who's whatever. Because if you say that they didn't bring niggas here, then how did the white man get here? Oh, he came by boats, but didn't bring no niggas. I didn't say they brought all the niggas. I'm just saying y'all act like they didn't bring any. That being said, your minds are so convoluted in the idea that you believe in an identity that's done nothing for you. The runaway slave is a nothing ass nigga. You understand me? How many runaway slaves had children? You think it's cool to run off on your children? That's a yes or no question. We'll leave it there. That being said, The shutdown is to teach people for what's coming. Are you that dependent on the government that you need them for every little thing? Like, you're supposed to make decisions in your lives, my brothers and sisters, that make it to where you don't need them. You might need a job, but you don't need the government. And when you are in need of those resources because they've placed you in a position where you can't get more than what you're getting, then you have to do right by those means. When people don't buy and stock up on certain proteins, right? Throw them in their freezer, deep freezer, uh, outdoor, cold locker, because some people have them. Um, Whatever, right? When you don't have those things, like you gotta stay up on that and not get light on it. You can't say, "Oh, I'm gonna wait till no. I'm gonna just buy some more, keep it." It'd be something that I'm like, I'll eat that if I really feel like it, because a lot of people don't like chicken thighs. I love chicken thighs. You know, uh, they're not always cheap out here, even with bone in and skin on, thighs. They don't always be coming cheap. So sometimes you gotta just hop on those deals when they're there. But the whole point is this: is that people need to be ready, and the shutdown is showing people that they're not ready. How are they ready if something as small as uh, 1 month of EBT might be disrupted? Come on, y'all. Like, can we get it together as a people? Do we even have our minds to do that? Because that's what I'm talking about. When are people going to understand and say, all right, look, it's not that easy, but again, it's not that hard. Like, if you can walk into your home and take a shower at your behest, at your own free will, at your own counterpunch, whatever the fuck you want to say, nigga, you have it better than any slave ever had it. Just without a doubt. That's a fact. So for you to be in a position to complain and cry is so dishonorable to those who literally lived in shacks and lived in squalor their entire existence. Do people realize when they say house nigga, right? Yeah. You know how many slaves built those houses to get called a house nigga by you bitch ass niggas? Been a house nigga. I was born in a hospital. I was brought to a home. I don't live outside in the field. I front line when I have to, but that doesn't make me no field nigga. I've lived a field nigga life for a portion of my life, period of my life. That's not the life you want to live. Because anybody can come in and disrupt the harmony that you created because there's no structure for boundaries. Since you're in the field, it's wide open. That's what the term means, wide open. How are you in the field and the shit is not wide open? That means anything goes. Again, you dudes who want to be so without rules, uncircumcised in your hearts, as Moses said first, not Saul. Right on? Meaning you have no way to cut off your desires. All your desires are not righteous. Everything you want to do is not righteous. And this shutdown is a proof positive way for people to understand that. He's sending in troops on a shutdown. Why you think they forwarded the money to make sure that these niggas don't go in there and then turn into motherfucking banditos they self? Right. You can't send the National Guard in and then half these dudes are named Sanchez, and all of a sudden they doing some crazy shit. That how that gonna look? Just tell the truth. Nobody wants to hear it because it's beyond their purview, but it is a true thing. I'm doing this so that way my people can understand. Like, nigga, you don't get a chance at nothing else. You got your one run at this bitch right now. You're not gonna get another run. And you say, oh, next year, nigga, next year might be harder than this year was for you. And you think you're ending the so-called, what you guys believe is the year, the lunar year. You're ending that. It's not even the end of the lunar year, but I'm just saying, whatever, because it's not a true solar year. 364 days has not been completed. The true year starts in the beginning of New Corn, which is when March 31st, April 1st, April 2nd ish, whatever days you want to pick, because the time is not right. But there's a period of time. And still, besides all that, the fact that my brothers and sisters just don't realize you guys are in a position to do things and you're not doing them. You're not. And the shutdown is showing you that you have to do all these things for yourself. You want good food, you need to cook it. See, I've been on a how can I become a cobbler and maker of clothes, right? A purveyor of all things. How can I become that person? See, nobody knows. That's where my mind is. I've been that way for a very long time. But how can I purvey all things? How can I work my hand into every little thing that there is and do it the right way, legitimately based within this system? And then make other people a lot of money while I make some money, but I make other people who look like me a lot more money because I'm not afraid of you making more money than me. I'm not bothered by that. I'm not intimidated by that. I would love for you to make more money than me. Excellent. Good. Right on. If that makes you validated, if money validates you, let that be the case. Right on? Because I'm validated by the righteousness of my works. Whole bloodlines have been wiped out when nobody saw it coming. Imagine all the people in the grave right now who did all kind of evil shit for one or two people to come and kill their whole bloodline, or a natural disaster or a car accident, kill off a particular piece of the last part of their bloodline, where God is like, see, and you thought you was going to live forever. And now your whole everything is over. Do they even realize how deep that is with their bloodline? Do they even understand like this is why you have to do things while you're young, have children while you're young? This is why he says be fruitful and multiply, because you have to understand these things. Everybody's not going to make it. If you believe in the Most High God and accept that he's going to do things to, for example, Charlie Kirk, the white Malcolm X, he's not the reason for the shutdown, but he's been a catalyst in the shutdown because people have to recognize what's happened and what that mindset. Number one, okay, police officers aren't supposed to murder people, but who is? Whose job is it to murder people? And if you have a culture where you protect murderers, why are we not looking at, again, the same way they look at Hamas and them is this, they've been looking at niggas like that. Because why do you think they judge Hamas like that? Because they say, nah, man, there's niggas over there. Right. Part niggas, half niggas, eighth niggas, whatever, full niggas. Yeah. And that's what they all believe. Enough so to where there's no pushback. Not enough. What's the difference between Hamas and the Crips, or the Bloods, or the Vices, or the Gangster Disciples? Gangster Disciples, folks, Black Gangster Disciples, Peace Stones, um, 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 Latin Kings, right? Word? Right on? What's the difference between these guys? like, Pyrus, right? What Daimus, if you really want to throw them all up in there. Like, what is the difference between these dudes and the other dudes over there? None. So when they're judging you, they're looking at you on that point of basis. The Crips are terrorists. The Bloods are terrorists. They can say that. If you're telling me that what Hamas says is any different than what any gang ever said here in America, you got me. All gangs are terrorists, y'all. The American government is a terrorist government by definition of the word terrorism because they commit acts of violence within the name of political endeavors or policy. That makes them terrorists by definition. The only difference is that they have the ability to wield unrelenting violence upon someone, right on, and totally eradicate bloodlines, like I just said. So people need to understand they're eradicating bloodlines, or they're starting the beginning process of seeing who's who right now. I'm telling you what's going on. You don't have to believe me, right on. You don't have to believe me. You can think I'm full of shit. You can think I don't know nothing. I know this. By you not believing me, it makes it to where when you get cooked, I can just fall back and be like, that's what you get. Because you don't understand. Again, be frugal with everything you have. It's not just your money, your energy too. Your time. If a job does not want you to get overtime, guess what? Don't try to fight to get overtime. Don't fight to get another job. Keep that job. Get your money right. Again, sacrifice and build up your cash and your cash. CHCHCHE, cachet or cash, and then your cash, CASH. Build them both up, right on, and go at the shit the right way. You don't want to be subject to a government shutdown. You have to have all your own everything. Again, that's why I'm always laughing, dude, because it's like, bro, you guys don't get it. You're not in a position to fight this system. The shutdown. I love it. Because it's making people honest. Gas prices been high. All this stuff been high. But how do you feel now if emergency services are limited to a certain capacity? Again, you're getting to see how your states have allocated their resources. If they hadn't taken in millions of strangers from God knows where and who's done God knows what to God knows who, listen to me now, that those resources, let's just pontificate that there were not millions, and there have been millions. I won't even say 20, but there's been millions of illegal migrants from all over the earth to come into America, mainly from the southern and central diaspora of what they call South and Central America. Others have come from certain small island nations. Others have come from Africa, Eastern Bloc of Europe, all throughout the so-called diaspora of Asia or the Orient and the Mongoloid and the Khan. The point being this. Millions. Let's just say they were not here. And the government shutdown happens as it has right now. For whatever reason. Because obviously they would still be short of the money. There would still be a deficit, right? The fiduciary means that they've used to support everybody else would be available for the people who live in these lands righteously. Do y'all understand that? Now, I'm not saying that they would be supportive and take care of their people. However, If they were to do that, the means would be there. You'd be able to see it. See, a government shutdown wouldn't hurt states if they did right by the money. Again, when I say take care of the money, I'm not just talking to you. I'm talking to the ones who really run shit. They know who I'm talking to. I just speak to my people so that way you understand how you got where you're at. If they mismanage the money at the highest levels, at the lowest levels, there will be natural mismanagement. It's a fact. I.e., if you fuck all the money up in the banks, you're going to cause people to do things they would not normally do to supplement their lives with the things that they believe that they should have, whether those things are vanity or not. So when you do not recognize that the government has taken its time to undermine you by allowing individuals who could not, would not, shall not, and don't cut the mustard, are not sufficient, they are not productive members of society within the culture that they claim to promote, propagate, put forth, condone, right on, and conceptualize. While there's individuals who have no culture that all people say, and these same individuals do all the things opposite. I'm saying if you're willing to tighten up that belt loop just a little bit, you may just walk up out of this, my people, my brothers and my sisters. Because you need to make a generation of strong, hardy children. The raised by the internet children have shown us what they are worth, and they are worthless at the moment. All they can hope to do is to be successful miniature wizards, sorcerers, enchanters, and battle mages. There is no hope for them. But for the little ones, there is hope. If they're not older than 15 right now, if they're not older than 12 right now, I'm talking about if you haven't already raised them up to a certain degree and they're a certain age, they're cooked because you did not inundate them within an atmosphere and a structure that is conducive to normal life. Using an app is fine. But you know who use apps more than anybody? Fat people, people out of shape, people who can't move and get around and do nothing for themselves. Did y'all know that? There's more fat people that order their groceries and order their food than anybody else. Did y'all know that? Bro, because if you look it up. Don't believe me. More obese people, they're less likely to want to leave their homes than anyone else. Out of fear of being ostracized, criticized, whatever. And then there's also out of the base convenience. Why should they have to go out of their way when everyone else is convenience? It was made for that convenience. See what I'm saying? So again, we're living in a time where you don't even have people who understand it. The shutdown should be time for y'all to look back and really do a deep line review. Who called the year of pseudo peace before it happened? Who been talking about it? This nigga. We all know it. We all know I'm not tripping. Who talked about the 1619 shit? 1619 niggas stole my whole shit. Listen, the 1619 project, I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Who remembers my 2019 episodes, my weekly updates? Who remembers those? Who remembers the myth of 1619? Who remembers that? Right on? Like I did so much work that people have taken from. People have made so. Bruh, the money that has been generated off of this channel for it to be as little. I've done more damage and impact. I've made more of an impact. I need to be inducted into the YouTube Hall of Fame on that alone. Because if you look up my body of work, YouTube has all my shit algorithmically. So they have every single piece of work saved and archived somewhere. Let's look back at it. Let's check the receipts of everybody's work versus mine. Let's see if I'm tripping. We already know what time it is. We know everybody knows what time it is again. The shutdown is I'm just reflecting while I go to work. I go to work here in about an hour and a half. I'll be off here in about 20 minutes. I had to get in and out. Just a quick little, little touch jab, just to see, if they can feel that real quick. Oh yeah, let them know I'm there. But I'm telling y'all, brothers and sisters, I've done the work to see it. If you've done the work, you know it. You know what you see. It's a beautiful thing when you do the work yourself. I'll be at work making pizzas and shit. Dude was like, "Oh man, these are beautiful pizzas." I said, "No, the ingredients are quality. When the dough is right, the pizza's easy to make. When the dough isn't right, anybody that's ever hand stretched a pizza knows what I'm talking about. Again, if you ain't never did nothing, you don't know. Right on. It's like me talking about running line, running wire. I've done that before for people for different things. Right on. My dad had to help out people in the communications in the Marine Corps, dig actual whatever. Oh man, we needed almost 2 feet down because we need to cover this shit up. We needed at least a foot down, but we'll take the closer to 2 feet the better. Right on. Men standing shoulder to shoulder, digging out trenches and shit like that. These niggas don't know. Right on. With their e-tools. It's going down. Like real life work. Cause the military's not fun and fucking games, nigga. Call of Duty and all these games don't have enough of the real life work you have to do. Like, they should have you cleaning pissers and shitters. Right on. They should have you trying to go out and then trying to get back in before, you have to do your last night formation. You should have to be in formation while you're a little juiced and pickled. Like, ain't no games real. The shit is all fake. Right on? Until you really live the real life, you just don't know. And I want my people to understand that you need to get your children inundated to the real life. They have to grow their own food. You have to show them how to do it. You have to show them. You have to show them how to do it. Thank you. It's not their job to teach themselves. They're children. Does that make sense? So when you take care of the babies, they're going to take care of you. But it's up to you to do the right thing. This shutdown is the best thing that happened for black people in a very long time. See, all these mass shootings that have been happening in these places that have niggas involved. Now, for all the people who like to try to control both sides of the narrative, why aren't they talking about it? Because then they have to call out the degenerate culture of their own people. But they're not going to do that. I will. Because I know that a lot of black people are degenerates and do like ratchet, filthy fucking behavior. Still loving, kind, peaceable people, all the same. Them same ones, right on? But they're wicked. And they know it. And many of us know it. So why are we held hostage because of them? See what I'm saying? Again, it's time for you, my brothers and sisters, to make your own decisions. Are you going to stand by and allow these miscreants to take over while you've worked your entire life to have something? Or are you going to stand up for yourself and say, you know what? They want to mass shoot and murder people. It's time to form up real life militias, the real ones, 3 and 4 men groups. It's time to form them up. And it's time to put together the list of the people and turn over those names to the law enforcement. And if law enforcement doesn't do something about it, forces of nature will. So It's just one of those things. I tell anybody, if you've done wrong, turn yourself in. You think I'm fucking playing? You think I'm joking, niggas? Turn yourself in and do the right thing. You think I'm playing? You think I'm joking, niggas? And my actual voice? No inflections, no nothing on it. This is how I sound, right? But I try to talk to people like this because they think I'm talking at them, even though this is how I naturally sound. Again, for you to be on the complete, most utter destructive fuckery that you can imagine. If you're on demon time, I'm on angel time. If you are fire, I am most definitely water, wind, and earth, nigga. We will put you out. We will suppress you through violent means because you yourself are violent. Ask the U.S. government to come into y'all cities before all of this. They waited way too long. Now 15 and 14-year-olds feel like it's okay to shoot up multiple people. Do you guys understand how bad this makes Mississippi look? Mississippi look like ass right now. Got all that? You talked all that shit about Brett Favre. But when did Brett Favre let it go like that, huh? Tell me. All that money that he absconded from the state, would it have saved those lives from them shitty ass niggas? That's a yes or no question. During the shutdown. You got so much smoke for people who've been doing the same shit they've been doing, but don't got no smoke for people who could not do this while they were slaves. Do you think slave owners let other slaves just go off and murder other fucking slaves? Nigga, please kill that nigga now, right now. He killed one of my best fucking slaves. He's got to go. Oh, no. There ain't gonna be no Quint Dickey in this bitch. Shoot that nigga in his head. Twice. Don't feed him to the hogs because we don't want his evil energy. Yeah, shoot him in his head and throw his bitch ass in the river somewhere type of shit. Bury him deep. Bury him deep. We don't want his evil to get close to nobody no time soon. I'm telling y'all. They've been allowing the worst of the worst of the worst to continue to breed. This is why we're in this situation. They invited failures from failed nations, and that will be my next video. Can't wait to bust their heads open. They are failures from failed nations. D. Treasy's people are, doesn't matter how successful, he's a failure. Want to know why? Because his citizenship as a German man got stripped from him. Failed, nigga. Should have died on the field of battle. That's why this dude can talk all this crazy ass nonsense, because within him is a complex knowing that he's not built for that. Thank you. Thank you. But why? Well, anytime somebody would rather lie and say they're Scandinavian than to say they're a Franc, should tell you all you need to know. Government shutdown and his son is able to make $192 million. It don't have to be insider trading. Something happened that was unnatural. Y'all think y'all think he's that smart? Y'all think he's that good? Y'all think again, Trump is trying to set up, his name is Baron. Right. We all know what a land baron is, an oil baron is, a gold baron, right? A water baron. Yes, there's been water barons. Right on. Exactly. So anybody who controls and holds a swath of it, right on, of anything, a real life baron, not the standard definition that they'll give you. They're in control of a swath of something that is valuable. Right. Now, real barons really got down back in the day. You know, strength of your own arm type of shit. So to name his son Baron is a dishonor to every real baron that ever lived. It'd be like a white dude who's, lily white, naming one of his children the N word. Like, stop playing. Black people don't name their children that. How you gonna name this motherfucker this, that? Yeah, it's disrespect. Maybe not that high of a level, but it's pretty high up there. But hey, his own son, Donald Jr., is not even his real biological son, so who cares? dude, dude looks like I could be his father. Okay, right on. Where dude looks like somebody who looks like me fathered him. The fuck out of here. Dark hair, dark eyes. None of Trump's other children look like that. Just throwing it out there. That nigga is the gardener's son. Anyway, point being this. When you come from a bloodline of failures and weakness, you're gonna do weak shit. Hey, were they blowing up boats before his first presidency? Were they doing all this crazy shit then? Nope. It's too little, too late for me. I can dig it, but it don't matter nothing to me. Right on. This cartel designated a terrorist organization way back then? Nope. I can dig it. Don't mean nothing to me. The same indifference that every single department had for my father's death, I have for a bunch of this shit now. It's just too bad. Rest in peace to D'Angelo while we smoke on a Hogan pack type of shit. Even though I got nothing really against Hulk Hogan. Not me. But fuck it. If other niggas say fuck him, we can all say fuck him together. And I laugh while I say it, even though I'm like, pretty sure Hulk Hogan never ran down on nobody and walked them down and, killed them and then shot up the funeral. But hey, we gonna smoke on a Hogan pack anyway, right? Little disrespectful ass niggas don't know nothing. Put that work in, that time in to get where I'm at. Damn near died a bunch of times. These niggas ain't never literally jumped off the deep end type of shit. Been there and dump it. Nigga, it's ridiculous. But I fear no thing. That's right, because the Father is with me. Why would I be afraid of anybody if he's really on my side? What do I have to fear? Nothing. As I get ready to wrap this all up, the shutdown is a blessing, not a curse. Most people can't tell that because they want it to be something that helps them. They're scared of living on their own, of actually fighting for their own peace. You know why people want to go to a sports organization? Because the sports organization has everything already figured out for them. All the hard work is done. All you did was supposedly put the work in to get there. Yeah. This is the facts. People hate it. But I'm telling the truth. The whole truth. And nothing but the truth. As I get ready to head out, I just ask y'all to keep considering why this is really happening. Because failures from a failed nation were able to came here in the first place. And brought, listen, this is deep, The people that they brought with them that built this up were failures from a failed nation. It was doomed to fail from the very beginning. Now, I waited this entire time to say that. Yeah, Israel, failures. The real state of Israel, the actual place in the Bible, failed nation. People beat down and battered by the Romans, crushed by the Romans, out of Judea, and sent God knows wherever else, and sold for the price of horses. Uh-huh. This government shutdown is a reminder, all of them are, of the shutdown that's coming when the Most High God gets back. My people, it could never be perfect here because we were never perfect with the Most High. Had we been perfect with Him, this land would have been wrought with perfection, and we would have never been slaves. Not here. You have no idea. Yeah, you literally have no idea sometimes. You should read the book a little more and understand that the people were never righteous with the Most High God. They are failures from a failed nation. And when I start my diatribe off on that one the next time, don't worry, the children of Israel will be the very first group that I give it to. I salute you. I salute you again. I salute you once more. May tomorrow be better than today. And may your next week be better than your last. Brothers and sisters, all I can ask for you to understand is that this shutdown is meant for me and you to be in a position where we feel hopelessness. But it's not hopeless. Do what your ancestors did not do, as I'm attempting to do what my ancestors did not do. Structural discipline throughout your behavior at all times, not just at critical moments or at critical junctures. Structured discipline. Now I know some people thinking they do that all the time, but I know they don't. Trust me, before the shutdown is over, I want y'all to figure out ways to make it better to where when things like this do happen, your structured discipline allows for you to live without all the things, i.e. the internet. I appreciate y'all and I love y'all. We'll be at it again soon.